Hi everyone, welcome back. Let's write some more Leetcode today. Today we are solving divide array into equal pairs. So the problem basically states that we are given an integer array nums consisting of 2 times n integers, and we want to divide nums into n pairs such that each element will belong to exactly one pair, and the elements present in that pair are always equal. And we return true if nums can be divided into n pairs, otherwise return false. So if we look at these two examples, in example 2, we return false because if we divide them into pairs of 2, the values will never be equal since we only have one value of each number. But in example 1, we can return true because we can form one pair of 2 with the number 3 and 2 pairs of 2 with the number 2 as shown right here. So we can return true. Now that we have seen some examples, let's get to how we can solve this problem. So one way that we can solve this problem is we can first create a hash map with the keys representing all the values in the input array and the value of the hash map representing the number of times that these values show up. And after we have made a counter hash map for the input array, then we can look through the values of the hash map. And the only way where they can be divided into equal pairs is if all the values are even. If we see one odd value, then that means that number cannot be divided into equal pairs of 2, so we can return false. And if we only see even values towards the very end, then we can return true. So let's go over this example. So first, we will make the counter dictionary for this input array, and this will be how it looks like. So now we look at each of the values in the dictionary and see if there's any odd values. So we see the first one is 2, it's an even number. The second one is 4, it's an even number. We come to the end of the hash map. We did not see any odd values, so we can return true. And real quick, let's look at an example where there is an odd value. So for this one, we return false because we see an odd value. So the time complexity would be O of n, because we will have to iterate through the input array to make this counter dictionary. And the space complexity will also be O of n because the counter dictionary can take up to O of n space. So now let's get to the coding part. So first we'll set the counter. So we'll call it the counter of nums. That will give us the counter dictionary. And now we loop through countdown values. So for n and countdown values, if it is odd, so if we mod it by 2 and equal to 1, then we return false. Otherwise, we return true. Okay, let's see if it works. Okay, perfect. Hope this was helpful. I thank you all for watching. If you have any other questions or comments, feel free to leave it down in the comment section, and I hope to see you all again soon.